Hi guys and welcome back to more in Bruges on the Force 9's YouTube channel, continuing the Cercle Brugge save on FM 2015 today into 2017 now in our third season, and it's a new year. It's another transfer window. Not a great deal's happened yet, I'll go through that shortly, but I've been a busy man. That's why there hasn't been a video for a couple of days. Looking at our schedule, I've actually played 10 games off screen because we had, of course, the winter break and I organised a few friendlies. That is a typo, by the way. We did not lose 4-1 to ourselves. We actually faced the under-21s and won 4-1. So that's a bit an error there. So this is what's been happening off screen. As you can see, a bit of a mixed bag of results. I think that's fair to say. Our last live com, we drew 1-1 against Lokeren and we lost 4-1 against Westerlo. That was probably a low point in the season. Probably a low point in the save as well. Alongside almost losing our job at the start of the season. But yeah, 10 games off screen. So we got knocked out of the Belgian Cup in the 7th round. Ostend beat us 3-1 away from home. Which is annoying because I felt like that was winnable this year. We were runners up last year. We lost to Anderlecht in the final. And yeah, we could not beat Ostend. We were 2-0 down in this match. Kofi Gigi scored in the 50th minute after a goalless first half, and then 2 minutes later they scored a penalty. Leon de Kogel scored it. Pulled a goal back in the 65th minute. Junior Tanaka scored, but other than that had a very poor game. And then 10 minutes later Ostend wrapped it up. Fernando Canesin Matos scored to make it 3-1. They had more possession, they had more shots, just the better team overall really, and it sucks that we're out of that now, because I felt like that was a winnable competition this year. We did bounce back though with 2 wins on the bounce. The first one was against RMP, which came from behind to win this actually. A very poor first half. Teddy Mezage scored in the 31st minute for RMP. And then, quite a long time went. They had a bit more of the ball, had a couple of chances. But 85th minute, 5 minutes from time, Pierre Bourdin scored from a set piece to make it 1-1. And then in injury time, the first minute of injury time, Wilson scored to make it 2-1, and we came away with the win. Probably didn't deserve it, but I'm going to take it anyway. Next game, we were much, much better against K.S.V Mechelen. We got a 3-0 win away from home, and then Wilson with another 2 goals here. He started playing very well, which is good to see. Goals have been kind of lacking this year, but conceded a lot though. Yeah, defending has been an issue this year. Not in this game though. Team defended very well. As I said, Wilson got 2 goals in the first half. Valentin Viola came on in the second half. He was a half-time replacement for Wilson, who got injured after scoring 2 goals. Viola scored in the second half in the 51 minutes. And yeah, 3-0 against Mechelen. And again, they had a few more shots. We had a bit more of the ball, but they had a few more shots. They just couldn't put them away. But we defended very, very well in this game. Wilson was man of the match despite only playing 45 minutes, but we defended very, very well. Dusen and Bourdin are probably our 2 best defenders, but they do have their issues at times. 2 more league games to go through. Standard Liège is the next one, which we lost 3-1. Standard are a good team though. I think they're 3rd in the league, or they were at the time of playing this game. We were ahead in this match though. Viola scored the first goal. He took a knock later on in the game. But Viola scored 32nd minute, and we held the lead for a while, and then in the second half, Standard turned it around. Martin Milek scored on the hour, Yannis Mbombo scored on the 76th minute, and 5 minutes later, Anthony Knockett scored, 81 minutes. Is he? I don't know where he's from. Is he American? No, he's French. Anthony Knockett, the former Leicester man, isn't he? Or he might still be at Leicester, I don't know. But yeah, and he scored the 3rd goal. And it was a poor performance by us in the end. Viola took a knock. We brought on Nando, who didn't do a great deal. I'm not sure what to do with Nando. He's been disappointing me in recent games. So I'm not quite sure what to do with him. He did actually score in one of the friendlies though. The last league game to go through, we beat Ostend 2-0. A bit of revenge for them knocking us out of the cup. Tanaka scored in the first half. Much, much better performance by the Japanese striker. Wilson scored on the hour from the spot. I don't know who was conceded by, but he scored. Humam Tariq was an early injury. He had to come off on 20 minutes. We brought on Baselik Gergic in his place. And we saw off a 2-0 win. I'm going to very quickly go through the friendlies, starting off with 4-2 defeat at home against Kuban Krasnodar. They went 1-0 up through Strandberg. Viola equalised for us 3 minutes later. They went 2-1 up through Yusupov. We brought it back to 2-2 with a penalty from Viola. Ari scored in the 79th minute, and Jorginho scored 3 minutes from time from the spot. And Janssens, the young Janssens had a poor game here, and it was a poor defensive performance overall. Next game was a goalless draw in France against Nice. Not a lot to shout about here, not a lot happened, very few highlights. We beat Ludogorets 3-2. After going 1-0 behind, Preslav Petrov scored. 3 minutes later, Wilson scored one of his 3 goals in this game, a hat-trick for Wilson, which is good to see. 3 minutes after the restart in the second half, he scored from the spot. Ludogorets then pulled another goal back to 2-2 through Emil Stoev. Wilson completed his hat-trick in injury time with a close-range finish. 9.5 for him. Bit iffy like in other parts of the pitch, so Verdi has been a poor player for me. And we can terminate his loan. I'm doing that. He's been terrible. So I'm terminating Simon Verdi's loan because he has disappointed me to no end this year. He's done... in fact, what was his average rating? 6.6. Yeah, he's disappointed me to no end this year, so I'm going to end his loan right now, which is done. So yeah, that's done. That's out of the way. Next game was against the under-21s, which we won 4-1. As I said, there was a bit of an error earlier. Albert Gudmundsson's back. He scored in the 6th minute in this game. He's come back to full fitness pretty much. So has Sid Clay as well. He was injured with a stress fracture, I think it was. I can't remember. In the second half, Nando scored a brace, 47th and 51st minutes. A minute later, the under-21s did pull a goal back. Anouk Vanisaka scored. And then 3rd minute of injury time, Kabanga came off the bench. Not a lot of future left for Kabanga. I think he will be leaving at the end of the season, if not this transfer window, if I can get someone to bid for him. Nobody seems to want him. But he scored in the 3rd minute of injury time to give us a 4-1 win in the end. So, yeah, these friendlies basically were just so that we could get a bit of match fitness for some of the players that haven't been playing as much. So I do want to try and sort of rotate a bit more, even though the team's playing fairly well as it is. And then we lost 2-0 to Yeovil. I don't know where Yeovil are. Where are they? They're in League 1. They got promoted. They won League 2 in 2014-15. And then they finished 18th in League 1 in the most recent season. So they're in the bottom half of League 1. And we lost 2-0 to them. That's probably quite bad. One of the goals was an own goal, though, by Van Acker. And, wasn't a great defensive performance. It wasn't a great performance overall either. 6.8 was the highest rating. So, yeah, that was a poor performance. So, I don't think we actually have any injuries. Oh, only injury we have is Marco Chiesa, who is out for 2 to 4 weeks with a hamstring injury. He is our only injury. A few players a bit lacking in match fitness, but other than that, we almost have a clean bill of health. And transfers. We have not actually signed any more players. We have 6 players now on loan. Yeah, 6 now that Verdi's gone. Nothing else has happened outgoing wise. We do have a transfer agreed though. Abdelkader Amran. He's Algerian, plays for Brussels, and he's not joining us until July. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. Got some good stats, sort of as a limited defender. It says here. There you go. So all the good stats he has are in the right places. 16 heading, fantastic. 15 marking. Decent positioning, good jumping reach. So very solid defender. He's got all the right tools for a defender, and he's got good potential as well, as you can see there. We're not paying a lot for him. I think we paid just over 60 grand for him, and his wages aren't that high either. They're about 400 quid a week. But yeah, he doesn't join us until July, so that was an oversight on my part, and then that was a rejected loan. But other than that, we do have a bit of money though, as you can see. We have. I did actually ask for extra transfer budget, which we didn't get. Asked for more wage budget, and they did oblige. So we have a bit of wages to play around with. But I don't know what players I actually want or need to sign, because we do have players in positions. It's just that they're not very good, and I don't want to buy players and then not be able to sell the players that aren't playing. So there's 4 players here that I'm trying to offload, and I'm offering them for nothing, and there's still no takers. Kabanga, Arne Nauts, Stalens and Cristobal, but nobody seems to want them. So, yeah. Never mind. So today's games, I've been talking for a good 10 minutes now. I think it's time for some football. 2 very big games today, actually. We're away against Ghent, and we're at home against Anderlecht. Anderlecht are well in the lead in the league. They are 5 points clear of Standard Liège, 12 clear of Zulte and Central-Eden, and 13 clear of us. And we're looking pretty good. We're in 5th place at the moment. We're 3 points clear of Ghent, who we face today. So a win over them would be big, even though we're away from home. It's going to be tough. We're also 3 points clear of Lokeren, who are in 7th. So we're a bit ahead of that championship group, but again, we're kind of on the cusp. So we need to try and record some wins and try and really move into that top 6 and try and get a few more points. And hopefully we can actually finish in the championship group this year after just missing out last year. We'll see. So let's go to the match preview and we'll pick a team for today. They're playing a 3-5-2. So what sort of team are we going to play today? I'm going to... Right. In goal, Martinez hasn't been that good. Where's Burridge? See, the keepers haven't been very good. I'm going to do a quick pick. We're going to try Martinez. Borden and Descent, yeah, that's fine. Boycer and Cornelis are our first choice fullbacks. Van Acker. I'm going to drop an extra guy back in here so we can play Ndiaye again, because we haven't seen him for a while. Ndiaye actually, he is fully fit, so we haven't needed to play him in some of the pre-season games. We're not going to play Verdi because he basically isn't going to stay at the club for much longer. We'll move Tanaka into a Trecatista role. That's what he plays. The bench. Right, bench. Gevlik will come onto the bench. Verdi won't be playing at all. We'll have Amala. We've got Sinclair back, of course. We can play him if we need to. Janssens, yeah. I'm going to have Nando on the bench, actually. He's done fairly well. Viola's done okay pre-season. Well, not pre-season, mid-season, I should say. Amala's a young... Actually, no, I'm going to swap Amala for Basilic Gergic. Amala, I think, will probably go out on the loan. Because he did have a good spell. He scored from the bench in one game. But then I gave him a couple of starts and he didn't really impress. So we'll leave it at that. We've got Viola and Gudmundsson as striker options as well. So I think we're okay. We'll leave it at that. Prediction for them is a draw. Draw wouldn't be too bad. We'll still be 3 points clear of Ghent. But if we lose here today, then that gap is completely closed. And we kick off here and let's see if we can hold the ball. Well, we'll see. The first highlight amounts to nothing, as usual. Ghent have a free kick here. It's headed by Dusen, and Wilson will try and clear it up pitch here. And he does. He actually finds one of our players as well. Tanaka to Tariq. Finds Ndiaye, who's got space to move into, but we look a bit spaced apart. Maybe, well, actually, it was a good find, actually. Wilson's there. Good save by the goalkeeper. And that's an early chance for us there. I say early, it's 26th minute. But the first real chance of the game goes our way, which is good to see. I'm happy with that. Bart Boyson now, can he get a crossing? He finds Wilson. Tanaka's there. He hits the post and Wilson's there with a rebound. It's 1-0, 31st minute. And that's a fantastic start. We haven't had a lot of shots, but had a couple of chances. Again, well, possession's equal, but again, I've had a few more shots than us. And the rain is pouring down in Ghent. Got a free kick now. Boycer. It's headed away. Himam Tariq will chase it down, and he finds Ismaila Ndiaye, who loses out to Depoitre. Acosta to Combs. I just said his name out loud. That was pretty silly. Tanaka finds Wilson, and he's dispossessed. And they're countering again here, Depoitre. I think we need to try and control the game now that we have a lead. And they've won a corner here again. It's taken by Combs. And it's cleared off the line by Boyce. It comes back out to that player. Cornelis clears it away again, and it's gone for a throw-in. Defending well so far. We're doing okay. Wilson with a throw-in now. Finds Hans Cornelis, the captain, who's actually got a rare start today. Gevlik has been very good. Had some poor games, but Gevlik has impressed me. Van Ack is actually receiving treatment on the sidelines there. That would be okay if we because we have like all our players. If we'd had a man sent off, then I'd be pretty angry about that. We're doing okay. We've got a lead, so that's good. Someone was a bit lacking in conditioning, though. I didn't see who it was. I just started straight on with the second half. Acosta. 50 minutes played now. We're doing okay. Defending's been a bit iffy. And they've bundled it in here. Who was it? It was Euros Vitas. It's 1-1. I swear I put that to control. Why has it changed it back? I'm pretty sure I put that to control. Right, the defenders have kind of let me down here. I've got a feeling I need to change one of them But then the only centre-back option we have on the bench is Janssens, who is kind of on the young side. I'm going to take off Van Acker, actually, and I'm going to bring on Vives and just push him up pitch a bit, and we'll play him as a box-to-box. Actually, I had a meeting with his manager of the team he actually plays for, who is Torino, I think, saying that I'm not playing him enough. So I'm going to give him a few more games and see if he can impress me. He hasn't done anything wrong per se. It's just he's kind of old. Depoitre's got a chance to make it 2-1 here, and he does. And we've let the lead slip, which is a bit annoying. And we've now dropped to 6th. And as it stands, they would be ahead of us on head-to-head, I would think. I don't think it goes to goal difference. We need to try and get this back. Dusen wins the ball. It passes back to Martinez. Shoots it up pitch. It's come back to Ghent. Acosta's here. Maybe we need to go back to counter. Maybe it's working. Politanovic. That was... I think he was looking for a pass there, but Martinez caught onto it. We're not winning a lot of headers here. Tanaka's here. Vives. He's got Wilson ahead of him. He finds him. Can he get a ball into the box? He's still going with it. He's still going. He's scored. That's a great effort. Wilson went all the way himself. I was expecting him to find either Tanaka or Tariq, but he went for it himself. Fair play to him. He got a goal out of it. It's 2-2. I'm going to bring off De Gea. He's kind of hasn't really impressed me today. We don't really have a left midfielder though, do we? Well, let's play Gogic on the left. And then that's 2 changes made. And we've got one more to change to make if we need to. Clear this away, please. Van der Bruggen passes it back out to Combs. And it's gone in again. It's 3-2. And this is end-to-end stuff here. Ghent have had more shots. We've had 3 clear-cut chances. And 2 goals. This is a big scoring game, but I want at least a point out of this. 85 minutes, right. We're going overload. And we're going to take off Tanaka. And we're going to play Albert Gudmundsson as a poacher. 5 minutes left. We're on overload. Let's see if we can make it 3-3. The AA is now off injured. We're down to 10. That's not needed really. Boyce with their header. Tariq, come on, make it 3-3. He's dispossessed. Here's Simon. Acosta to Depoitre. It's going to be 4. No, good save Martinez. Got a corner, but we need it in their half. So we need to... Well, Vives clears that away straight away, but I would have preferred him to actually put it to one of our other players. Vites to Simon. Depoitre. We've got Van der Bruggen out to the right. He's going to try and put a ball in. It goes over everybody. We've got a minute left. Come on. We've got a goal kick here. We need to score from this. It needs to be almost route 1. Tariq. To Gudmundsson. Back to Humam Tariq. He's got Baselik Gergic. He finds... Oh, he was offside. Oh, that's annoying. If it had been on the side there, that could have been it. Vites to Van der Bruggen. That's going to be it. It's going to be 3-2. No, it's going to be 4. No, it's full time. Okay. I thought they were going to score from that. That was annoying. We were unlucky there, I think. We defended pretty poorly. But, yeah. I'm going to criticise the defenders because they've let me down all season, to be honest. Defenders have been a problem this year. And DA is out for 6 to 8 days, so we'll miss him for the next game. Yeah, apparently we're one of the in terms of like fair play, we're one of the better teams. Were you half expecting the result to go against you like that, given how highly you spoke? No. How does that result affect your team? A bit of pill to swallow because I shall say that one. There we go. Wilson had a good game, scored 2 goals for us, but we couldn't get the win. Verdi's loan's been terminated. Yep. We could still actually make signings. When is our next game? It's on the Sunday, which won't give us a lot of time actually. It'll be more like a deadline day, but I don't want this video to be too long. Wilson, Tariq, Tanaka, Vives, Gudmundsson. I'm going to terminate Kyoza's because he's been up for a while. I'm going to terminate his loan. There we go. Just because I can't. Well, he probably won't get it back in when he comes back. I think we'll sign a central defender though. Yeah. I was looking at a guy called Aguero. He's actually not very good. I just got a scout report for him. I thought if I sign him, then I can say I signed Aguero. But it's not the same one. You're offering Camilo Ciano, but I can't see any of his attributes there. So we'll just scout him. This guy's never going to get a bloody pro license. He's been trying to get it for a year and we keep giving extra time. If he's not going to make it, just stop paying to try and give it to him. Oh, Nando wants to discuss personal matters. We'll speak to him. You didn't take the chance. Show a bit of patience. This is working well. This is actually working quite well. I don't know what our level of discipline is. I think I've looked before. I can never remember what my actual attributes are. Our level of discipline is 13. But players seem to actually accept the fact that they just need to wait for their chance. That just seems to be the way it goes in this save, which is good. That's good to hear. That's good to see. Salim Amala has gone on loan to Bees. Hopefully he'll get some first team football out there because, as I said, I had a few bench appearances, a couple of starts, didn't impress me. So let's see if he can improve elsewhere. Okay, here we go. We're against Anderlecht. We're in 6th place. They're first. We're at home. They've done fairly well against us. We haven't really. I don't know if we've had a single point against them. I'm not even sure. But we're in 6th. We're 1 ahead of Mechelen. We're 1 behind Sweden. 3 behind Ghent. So a win here, with a game in hand as well. So a win here would put us in 5th. That would be okay. So in team selection, Anderlecht have won all 4 matches against us. So I want to try and get our own back today. Can we do it? Let's see. Submit team. Quick pick. Gevlik, Kudret, Van Acker. Yep, I'm happy with this. Yep, we'll leave that. I don't want to see Clay on the bench. Let me sort out this bloody bench. Cornelis. Yeah, Jansen's. You're not going on the bench. Vivas. We'll leave that as is, I think. There we go. Sorry, I've got an itch. I was scratching my head. A few different players, and we'll talk about the 11 players that are actually on the pitch. We are the underdogs. Come on, let's give us a good performance here. Let's see. We're on counter. We'll start on counter. If we need to change it, we will. They've got an early chance here. It's not even 2 minutes in, and the double save by Martinez, and Bernardo Silva has scored against us again. I don't know how many times he's scored against us. Maybe I think it might be his 4th goal against us. I mean, it's no Suarez against Norwich, but it always seems to be him. And we're 1-0 down already. They've had an injury though. Kashishvili has been injured. Sounds like a former Blackburn player. Kishanishvili, whatever his name was. Very similar name. Don't know why I remember that. We've had 2 shots so far. Right, we're attacking. They've got another chance here. Pryor out to Stojanovic. Here is Pryor again. Nijar to Tielemans. To Bernardo Silva. Tielemans. To Boyleson. What? Come on. Get the ball off him. Here's Boyleson again. Tielemans. Bernardo Silva. Mitrovic. Hasn't been booked yet, Mitrovic. Interestingly enough. Already had a couple of yellow cards, and they were both within like 2 minutes of coming on. Here's Vico, and finally we've won the ball off him. Wilson immediately loses it, and they're back on the attack again. Boyleson to Tielemans, Bernardo Silva, good save Martinez. Nijar hits the post. Gevlik clears it away, and finally we've ended that spell. 27 minutes played, and we've struggled. Boyce with the throw in though, and it's immediately cleared away. Do send passes to Ken Hudret. Van Acker to Humam Tariq. Wilson dispossessed by Boyleson. Vico to Tielemans. Here is Bernardo Silva. Mitrovic. Still hasn't been booked. Bernardo Silva. Nijar. They're attacking here. Boyce. Good defending, but they're back on it. Silva. Nijar's at the far post. It's 2-0. This is not good enough. Fluid. Maybe. I don't know. Control game. I'm losing it. I don't. This is going to be a demolition job at this rate. This has been awful. Oh, someone has been booked, but it's not Mitrovic. And we're going to go into half-time 2-0 down here. Good thing is we can't drop down. I'm going aggressive. I'm going, show me something else. I want to beat Anderlecht. Do you know, I don't even care about Club Brugge now. Club Brugge are quite a way behind. They're down in 10th. I want to beat Anderlecht on this save. That is it. I just want to beat Anderlecht once. Because they're like the Marseille of the Pro League. And I want to beat them. "75 minutes played, and we've had a half chance, and that's it, right? Van Aken and Hoodret are both struggling. Right, we're going to bring off Hoodret, and we're going to play Vivas as a box-to-box. We are going to play Nando, and we're going to play Viola. I want goals, please. 2 goals in the last 12.5 minutes, please. We're going overload. We're going highly structured. I want 2 goals now. They've had 28 shots. And we've had, what, 1 half chance. And the clock's just going to run down here. Oh, no, it was their end. I forgot the rules of football then. They're swap ends. Nando's on the ball here. And he goes for a shot. Fair play to him. It was saved by Kaminski. We've got a corner here. Probably too little too late. It's come out to Nando. Boyce, can he get a cross in? No, it's cleared by Vico. We've got injury time to play here. There might still be time, but I very much doubt it. No, that's it. If anything, Anderlecht will get a third here. That's what I was trying to say. Here's Nijar to Stojanovic, and it's going to be 2-0 defeat here. And again, it's been awful. Defending, attacking. Right, we're going aggressive, and I'm far from pleased with that result. I just want to beat Anderlecht once, please. Once on this save. Didn't deliver as planned, that's right. Didn't deliver as planned. Stop. Stop talking about the supposed run as if it actually means something. I'm annoyed. Anderlecht, come on. I want to beat him once, please. So now, we're in 6th. We're a point ahead of Mechelen still. So no, we haven't moved because that was a game in hand. It was a late Sunday game, so that was essentially a game in hand. We need to start winning some league games. Simple as that. Up next is Club Brugge. Now, they're down in 10th. They haven't had a good time of it. They've won 8, drawn 6, lost 8. We've won 9, drawn 6, lost 7. So, it's only 3 points. It might look... there's 4 spaces, but it's 3 points. If they beat us, then that's it. But they go ahead of us on head-to-head because our previous game at home was a draw. I say home, we share the same stadium, so it's the same. It's home and away at the same time. But we've got that next. Then we've got Santorini, who are 1 ahead of us. Then we've got Genk, who are down. Well, they've climbed up a bit. They were in the relegation area, but they're up in 13th. And then Liers, who are bottom. So after Bruges and Sweden, we've got a few easy games before a game against Standard, which will probably be our next games. Will be at home against Standard Liège and away against Zulte will be our next live commentaries. And then that would probably take us in the next video to the end. No, in fact, yeah, we're almost at the end. So if we do... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Thinking about it, I probably could have done Anderlecht and Bruges today, but never mind. Right, I'm only going to do 3 games off screen. And then, or do we go for all 6? No, do you know what? We're going to do all 6, and we're going to end it next time. We're going to end it next video with Zulte and Charleroi. Hopefully by then, we will be in and around the championship group. I want to win some of these games, please. Simple as that. We need to win some of those games. That's going to do it for this video. 2 defeats. Bit annoying. But deadline day is approaching. I will try and sign 1 or 2 players because I think we have the means to do so at last, despite trying to sign Amran and not being able to until, well, we've signed him, but we can't have him until July, and it's not taking it out of our budget until it actually comes. So that's a bit annoying. Otherwise, we might end up overspending when he actually does show up. Oh well. So yeah, so expect maybe 1 or 2 new faces in the next video, where we will be wrapping up the 3rd season of the Pro League, and then making a decision after that on whether we want to continue or not. because it doesn't seem like we're going anywhere with Cercle Brugge. It seems like we are stuck around that area. And in terms of look at our finances, are a bit better. They've improved since the start of the save, where we were kind of floating around the -2 million. We're in the positives now, but we just can't. We need like a decent transfer budget. Otherwise, we need to be able to buy good players. We can't do that at the moment. We're having to rely on free transfers and loan signings, which isn't ideal, really. We can't progress with the club if we're just making loan signings, and they haven't really been the best of loan signings as well, with the exception of maybe Junior Tanaka. So it's a bit difficult to know where I'm going to take the club from here, whether I want to move on to something different. I mean, it wouldn't be keeping the manager, it would be an entirely new save if I were to stop. But I will make a judgment on that after the third season's over. I'll see what we get in terms of maybe transfer budgets, and I'll have a think about it. So that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment if you want to make one. Subscribe to my videos if you want to see them as and when they turn up on YouTube. That's going to do it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.